Welcome back.
Keimpa kun vode. 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 Keimpa kun vode.
Son of a gun. You telling me I streamed this last 15 minutes? Nobody could hear a word I said? Oh, that's brutal. How? I checked this beforehand. It was on. The volume was on. Everything was fine. I can even turn up Windows. It nuked my volume. This was at 53 when I started the stream. And then not only did Windows nuke it, freaking OBS nuked it. It had my mic on nothing. Oh, how long have I been streaming? 10 minutes of conversation I was having with myself that nobody will ever get to hear. Man, that sucks. MP00 Eyes, I was talking to you and stuff. I'm so sorry. Dude, OBS is a nightmare. Gosh, that's annoying. Well, sorry everybody. That was a boring first 10 minutes. I have to check like 5 different things every time I stream, and I end up, check like 2 or 3 of them, and it's like, oh, that one's fine, that one's fine. Nope. Of course, the one you don't look at is always the one that's wrong. Son of a gun. Man. Disappointing. So sad. Well, what I was saying before, I'll summarize the last 10 minutes into 60 seconds. I finished all of the Mandoa in this section, and the hunt section. You saw me silently fix this and not get any of my commentary on it. This transition I fixed, and am happy with how that sounds now. MP00 Eyes, I said, how do I pronounce your name? What's up, man? Good to see you again. Poklahoma commented a thing about, Revenge of the Sith, there it is, and then he deleted it. Revenge of the Sith in 4D before it left. Never done 4D. Amazing. I'm so jealous. I went and saw it in a regular theater, and then saw people online all like posting reviews about the 4DX. Was it a 4DX theater? Like with the seat movement and the air blowing into your ears, like the different. Some of them even do smells. Like people were saying, you get to Mustafar and like the whole theater smells like sulfur or something. What was your experience like there? It sounds amazing. I don't have one within 4 hours of me, and I honestly wish I like did the drive now. I think it would have been worth it. Glad you got to enjoy it though. That sounds so cool. 40X. Snow starts falling when it... Oh, I missed out. I would have driven 4 hours. There's like just nothing, and not a single one in the state I live in. I would have had to go to a different state, and I should have. Should have done it. Regrets. Okay. So yeah, this is where I was at the edit. I was trying to record this.
Teyainpa kunvode.
Really made it like seeing for the first time again and moving seats during Coruscant. Oh, it's so cool. I need to see something at a 4DX theater. Revenge of the Sith is the perfect movie for that.
Teyainpa kunvode.
I don't like it. Keyainpa kunvode.
Teyainpa kulvode.
It's struggling with the pronunciation. Keyainpa kunvode.
Teyainpa kunvode.
Oh my goodness. Keyainpa kunvode.
Teyainpa kunvode. Teyainpa kunvode. Teyainpa kunvode. Teyainpa kunvode.
There we go. That one should work. Star Wars or Top Gun would be perfect for that. Yeah, maybe... You think Dune? Have you seen Dune? Like, if I go Dune 3 when that comes out? I'm just something epic like that. I know it doesn't have the same type of movement, but they'd probably do some cool stuff for it. Come on. Play.
Yigarliust. Che I'm pa cruna vode.
Okay. A little loud. And then I need the next scene transition, which is, this is where we're gonna go to Boba Fett again. And before I started the stream, I was digging through what exactly I should put here. I think I've landed on, I don't know if I like that I did this. I gotta think about it more. So I cut this way short. Where is it? I cut this short. So it goes like this. I think I need to, if I do this, I need to cut this part. That looked a little wrong. What the heck? Ah! Freaking Premiere. And then we would just go right to here. And I do that because I want to preserve that conversation Boba and Fennec has for my next scene. So it's like the, you know, the battle ends, Boba kills Cad, Fennec goes and kills the rest of the gangsters. Let me look at his clothing. Does he have the same clothing on the entire show? Is one of my other questions. I think he does. Okay, so she kills him. Like that. Then, hey, I wasn't supposed to see that. Son of a bastard. But what? There we go, that sounds better. I think that works. It's like the crew's together.
So the Wookiee gets a melon a week, though?
Chrysanthemum, you want to share?
Disney's gonna wreck me for playing that song. Okay. So, see how I shortened that up? I took out, like, the whole walking conversation. That is because I would very much like to include it elsewhere. I got a lot of Boba scenes, like, in the can ready to use. Just don't know where to use them. And I gotta find... I've got one render of my Book of Boba old draft that I can't remember what I named that one. Because it's none of these. I know I downloaded it, though. I thought I downloaded it, like, recently. Because the other night when I was like looking for my Boba files. I found that one. What the heck did I name that? That should be in even my project files here. What is this sorted by? Label. No. Let's go user order because it was more recent. Flashback version. Oh, where the heck is flashback version? That's what I want, right? Awesome transition. Thank you. That transition, if I don't know which one you're talking about. This one's like, no, this is a 3-hour movie, so this is like the end of Act 1, hour 15-minute mark, and then if you're talking about this one where I combine the two Grogu scenes, it's about 15 minutes later, so right about the halfway point of the movie is where we are right now. So, yeah, we're moving along, about halfway done this entire film. Just very cool. Very cool. So we just have the Boba integration. Plazir plays out, starts to build the Imperial threat. You get to the Darksaber transition, and then we're over to Mandalore. Then you've got the reunion, of course. That's gonna take me probably a week straight of finishing that VFX. Okay, so flashback version. Let's take a look at what Boba scenes I had already made. I will be using this one again. Spoilers, Chrysanthemum is going to betray Boba Fett, as I've talked about before. You can see like an example of how I previously had my stories. This, though, I had placed beforehand before the Pikes. Now I'm doing it after the Pikes. I don't need this already. Already used this. Yeah, this. Let's listen to this here. This is just the. I already know this version. Oh. Yeah, okay, that's the right one. So that's the right intro for this.
No, we're not here for drinks.
Okay, let's get to the contents of the Garza conversation.
Welcome to the sanctuary.
Would you care to partake in any of our sundry offerings?
Maybe another time. I'm here to talk business.
Then business it is. Would you like your Gamorreans hosed down and fed while we are sequestered?
No, it's fine. This won't take long. We can do it right here.
In what respect?
Mokshai sent me here.
Yeah, that's not. I don't want it after that. That's not good. Okay, I need to redo that whole thing. I can use like the first half of it, but that doesn't fit with my storyline anymore. I just want to look at. So then we've got. Oh yeah, I forgot I had previously. That was cool. So then I've got the second visit to Garza's where the things come in. And then I've got the assassination attempt. I had one thought that I could redo this if I mask and recolor this Ithorian's robes. Then I can subtitle him, and I was thinking I could kind of add a plot line where like this is the brother of the other mayor, or like the whatever the Ithorian government sent another representative type of thing, and then just mask every frame here and say I make it like red instead. That'd be kind of hard. I'd have to get better source footage. This one's very blurry. I'd have to do, this is my render of an edit, so I'd need the original 4K. And I was using the 1080 in this. So I think with 4K, that would get rid of that blurriness. It's an idea I could do. Not sure if I need it. It's an option if I need it, is the only thing. So. Yeah, anyway. It was an idea. Is the Mando Grogu movie going to develop the plot or just be filler? Like plot point, teasing something isn't good enough. They need to deliver major plot. No, you do not go into this movie with an expectation of major plot. I'm sure at like the end of the movie, they're going to connect it to Filoni's Heir to the Empire movie. Because you've got, essentially what you're going to get is Din and Grogu on a total side adventure working for the New Republic, which is what their Season 4 plan used to be. They're condensing that into a movie about rescuing Jabba the Hutt's son from a gladiator arena, and a bunch of bounty hunters are after him. And then Din and Grogu have to go get him to like keep peace with the Hutts or something for the New Republic. So it's going to be a very disconnected storyline for most of it. I'm sure in the last 15 minutes we're going to get a cameo or, a mention of Thrawn that, oh, hey, we have a priority mission. Thrawn's returned. Dun, dun, dun. And that will set it up there to the Empire movie in probably 2028. If not 2029, to be honest. So it looks like to me too bogus. Just skip to the Heir to the Empire. John and Dave don't seem to fully know what's up. Yeah, them just doing a 10-minute teaser at the end of the next movie it's too little, too late. They should have had a much bigger plan. Like think how well the Avengers build up to Thanos coming into the storyline. They Disney should have had a 10-year plan of let's build up to the Heir to the Empire, coordinating everything. Multiple movies, a couple shows, a video game over the next 10 years, all leading up to Heir to the Empire. That's what they should have done. Though I have heard really good things about the Heir to the Empire movie. That, OG Star Wars fans are going to be very pleased with it. Take that with a grain of salt, obviously. But, I mean, it's the same people, the same leakers who have, said everything else is going to kind of be a disaster that has been a disaster. And they're hearing really good things about Dave's movie. Though Filoni is taking a break. He said he had to, rewrite parts of Ahsoka Season 2 to match up. So he's on set filming Ahsoka Season 2 right now. He'll probably get that mid-next year, end of next year. And then he'll go straight to prepping to produce the movie. So Ahsoka Season 2 is going to connect a lot more than I think the Mando and Grogu movie. The Mando and Grogu movie, all it's going to do to set it up is just show you Din and Grogu working for the New Republic, and then them getting probably tagged into the Heir to the Empire movie at the very end. It's not going to be a very impactful movie, I don't think. Okay, so I got that. I don't need any of this. Yeah, there's really not much else from this cut I can use. I'm gonna have to put the original freaking files back in here. Okay, something whack happened here too. I don't know what the heck this was about. This got unlinked and then relinked to the wrong file. So it's like all the frames are messed up. You can see, look. Everything is wrong for some reason. And I have no clue what caused that. And it is frustrating. Where's my properties? Yeah, I've heard some of those things too. OG showing up and whatnot. Yeah. I mean, it's probably the most hope I've had for a Star Wars film since 2017. I was super hyped for The Last Jedi. Ended up being one of the worst days of my life. But I was super excited going in. They had the hype up. Hype was very, very, very high. And then they took a big old dump on it. Man, what did I do with this? How did this happen? Oh. Okay, so let's say we cut. I don't need this. So we cut from the end of the briefing in the Mandalorian conclave. I know this is the first scene I want. And then we go here. No, I need the freaking. What is this? Like, okay, I can at least keep that. And then I go into this. So they do their walking thing. This will like show some time has passed. Boba's got the respect now. She goes, if not us, then who? Now we start to like get into the huts. That's how this is supposed to be. And now this is where my files get messed up for some reason. Where's my audio track for this? Yeah, that's my Cantina music. What is this? It's my Cantina background. The heck is this audio? Am I... Oh, I don't have the show's audio in here because I replaced it. That's right. Ah. So the audio should come back, like... When does it come back? Okay, there's some... Yeah, it's all done here. It's on track 26. No wonder it's so hard to find. Okay, so this is in Season 1, Episode 1. What? What do they call it? Oh, they call them chapters, not episodes, you moron. Chapter dot 1. Is this the one I want? Nope, that's not what I want. Nope. Oh, come on. It's going to be the last one I look at. It always is. Heck! I don't have it? Where did I put this? Oh, that's brutal. I only have this version? Where's my 4K file? Alright. I will do what I must. Double Boba Fett. And there it is, right freaking there. But that's not gonna... Do I have this? What? Why does it look like that? Oh my goodness. Huh. Huh. I don't like that. What about you? Hold on. MP4. If I pull you in there. Oh, come on. What's it sorted by now? I just imported you. It's generating my peak file. Dude, the Premiere search is so bad. Like, I search chapter.1. Don't you think that should limit it? You would think. You would absolutely think that would qualify it. 'Tis you? Yes, 'tis you. You are whom I want. Man, that's gonna take a long time to generate that audio. Okay. See, it's like everything in this file got moved like a few frames for some reason. How many frames is that? 1, 2, 3. Oh, so it needs to move over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Everything's so wrong. What happened? How? And then this should be like, yeah, that looks right. That's all jacked up there. She's all messed up. Why do I have these on top of this? You know, okay, that flashback version I had wasn't messed up. Like the intro to this scene was what I wanted. I wonder if this line will line up perfectly. What are the odds? Infinitesimally small. confusing because we get... Yeah, everything's lined up how I built it on this one. Okay, and let's go to there. So if I take this and I just yoink and drag it over, how messed up is this going to be? So then I load it on the first frame of the cantina, which is, I believe, this. If I take you here, let's listen to this. Okay. Wait. Hold on. I gotta delete this. That worked, right? I just don't have the... I need to add some sound effects to some of those shots, but that's the right order, I believe. Okay, then this basically can start here, or I can just move that. Just got a bit of dead space here, it looks like. Gosh, freaking ants all over me. Go on. Don't be difficult. Come on. Okay, I think that works for that whole thing, and then... No, what the heck? Even the audio got messed up. So we need to just like hard cut it after this, and I needed to redo this anyway, so pretty much everything after here is just screw it. You want what I want. Give me some space to work with. Oi, oi, oi. Oi, Oric. What's up? Welcome back. Digging into some Boba. Oh, it's gonna take so long to generate this. For some reason I didn't have the 4K clip in this project file, and now it's... These take so long to get the audio information here. So we can manually find the Garza scene there. Okay, droid comes in. And then from right here is where I need. Let's listen to some of this. Figure out what
we're not here for drinks. We have business with Garza Whip.
Looks like business is good.
Would you like your helmet serviced and cleaned while you wait for Madame Garza?
No.
Sure.
Remember, in the show, like, Boba is not established at all at this point. in mind, he's already like defeated the Pikes and solidified himself as like the Soul King.
Here, take both of those.
So that's why I'm listening to the contents of this
Things
conversation
will
and
go a lot smoother if you accept their ways.
seeing what I can do.
Welcome to the sanctuary.
Would you care to partake in any of our sundry offerings?
Maybe another time. I'm here to talk business.
Then business it is. Would you like your Gamorreans hosed down and fed while we are sequestered?
No, it's fine. This won't take long. We can do it right here. This is Master Assassin Fennec Shand. I'm Boba Fett. I have replaced Bib for...
Okay, so like this is already known, so he doesn't need to brief her.
Right here. This is Master Assassin Fennec Shand.
Oh, I need the audio files to load in. Because Boba talks here, I can't see his dialogue until that generates, and this thing takes a freaking year.
Boba Fett. I have replaced Bib Fortuna.
Apologies, I didn't see your litter.
I wasn't carried on a litter. I walk on my own 2 feet.
So maybe we just cut from like.
Assassin Fennec Shand.
Where did she
I
say?
have replaced Bib Fortuna.
Yeah, I might be able to cut right from this is Fennec Shand to here.
Fennec Shand.
So let's cut this chunk. Doesn't fit with established Boba.
Right here. This is Master Assassin Fennec Shand. We can do it right here. This is Master Assassin Fennec Shand.
Her head movement's the only thing that's throwing me off right now.
I didn't see your litter.
That might work. There we go. See what I did there? Just put some of the audio over there. Let's make sure that works. And I am Boba Fett.
Apologies, I...
Okay, almost.
Assassin Fennec Shand.
That went on. The other one went on too long, just a bit. So I need some frames here.
Apologies.
Let's try this.
Assassin Fennec Shand.
Apologies, I didn't see your litter.
I wasn't
There
carried
you
on
go.
a litter. I walk on my own 2 feet.
Apologies.
I'm just here to introduce myself and assure you that your business will continue to thrive under my watchful eye.
Thank you, Lord. And thank you for the gracious introduction, for making the long journey to visit our establishment. It is our little slice of paradise, and you are always welcome, as it is yours now.
There we go. So now I might edit a couple lines out of there, but a lot of that still works. Like after his victory over the Pikes, he's like established. There's really no contest against him until the Hutts come, which indeed they will.
Huh. Yours looks shinier than mine.
Jabba had many vassals. We've got a lot of ground to cover if we are to keep his empire intact.
I can make the rounds without you. Jabba rarely left his chambers.
Jabba ruled with fear. I intend to rule with respect.
If I may,
Speak freely.
in difficult times,
Speak freely.
in difficult times, fear is a sure bet.
Okay. in my other version, I have a better cut of that. So as soon as they're outside, this is all I need from this segment then. Done my job here. Got a good chunk to throw on to my other work now. You come with me. So that should lead like right into here, right?
No, we're not here for drinks. We have business with Garza Quit.
Looks like business is good.
Good. I'll fix the audio jump later. I'm just getting the story stuff. Story first. Technical details later. Alright, this rocks. Quick question, if I may. Did Chrysanthemum Antonin fight already happen in your edit at this point? And is he now as violent as he's supposed to? The fight with Chrysanthemum Antonin has not happened yet. It will indeed. I've totally rearranged his whole plot line. So he works for Boba first, and then he has this like brutal betrayal against him, which will come probably around the 2-hour mark of the movie or something, and that like assassination attempt is going to be what delays Boba from getting to Mandalore in time for the start of the battle, though he will make it in there for the end of the battle. So I think that's, even to answer the second part of your question, that's more in line with Chrysanthemum's character in general. I thought it didn't even seem like, if you've read the comics, the way they portray him in like the Book of Boba Fett is just not who he is. So this is like a dirtbag move that I think he'd do. He works for Boba for a contract. Well, sorry Boba, the Hutts hired me to kill you. Now I'm gonna kill you. That's Chrysanthemum. So that is the plan. I have already. I'll double check it, of course, see what I want to change, but I already like Yeah, you see, I have him, like, Boba's sleeping at night here, and I have him ambush him just out of nowhere. It'll happen. Like, Boba's gonna be chasing down this big mystery of, like, what are the Hutts plotting against me? And then we'll get that other, like, where the thugs, this is what I'm about to work on, but, like, where those, the mayor's thugs in the show, where they normally ambush him, those are going to be Hutt agents now. And that kind of, like, tips him off about the Hutts. Then he'll talk to the twins. Chrysanthemum will betray him. He'll try that assassination attempt later in the movie. Then the Hutts come to Boba's palace and kind of threaten him from there. And what it looks like is that the twins are going to be in the next Mandalorian and Grogu movie. So we'll see how that ties into what I'm doing here and if it still works. But it seems like they're supposed to be the antagonists of that movie. So I think it will work. It's because I'm giving them more presence against our main characters. Exactly. Thank you, brother. If Disney applied a tenth of the effort you made in this episode, Star Wars would be something else. Truly, thank you. Huh. I much appreciate that. I think if Disney just hired anybody that loved the old stuff and knew what made us love the old stuff, I think they'd be in a better place. They don't need to do their own thing all the time. Sometimes the best has already been done. Okay. Alright, so I got this. All this is gonna work, and then did this get jacked up is my next question. So I don't need any of this anymore. Is this right? Have you read comics with Chrysanthemum in it before, Orek? I know what he's in the Vader and Afra comics. I know he's popped up in, like, I know they did Disney did a Bounty Hunter comics run. I heard that one wasn't too great though. I didn't read that one, but I read all the stuff from like Chrysanthemum's initial comic run. They might have done like a solo comic for him, didn't they?
Jabba had many vassals. We've got a lot of ground to cover if we are to keep his empire intact.
I can make the rounds without you. Jabba rarely left his chambers.
Jabba ruled with fear. I intend to rule with respect.
Fear is a sure bet.
Ah, see, it gets messed up again. Shoot. That's going to be annoying to re-edit this whole combat. Man, why did this file get, like, unlinked like that? That's brutal. I don't know how it did that. Everything's, like, 10 frames wrong. This is where I want to start, I believe. I might already have this fight edited in a different one. Let's check the other file I made here. Let's see how I like this one. This might be the action sequence I'm already looking for. Just why, if you remember how bad this choreography is, if this is the version I'm thinking of, oh man, I fixed this so much. This, I would say it. I will say this with confidence. This battle is the worst choreography in all of Star Wars. I can't, after watching this whole battle frame by frame, this was the worst piece of action ever made in Star Wars history. But I did, so you see how many like cuts and how much more intense I've made it already? It's like unrecognizable. Look at that. Look at Boba. Boba's a freaking beast. Okay, so I do have the action sequence I need for that. I was wondering. Let me see if he ever finished this. This was, I believe, an old video. He did something in this. Might be in a different Book of Boba Fett one. What am I sorted by? Latest, give me oldest. So that's what I just... I gotta look at a few of these to find what I want. It's gotta be one of these. If it's not a big deal, I don't know if he even ever finished the effects. But he was doing something to try to fix that sequence, and he actually put like a little bit of excuse me, blood VFX in there that I liked. I don't think he ever finished it, so I don't think he put it up there. Making the pikes scary. It might have been like buried in a live stream, which he deleted a lot of his live streams. Not sure why, but okay. So boom. Okay. Then let me pull up this also. This will get me, I believe, to that's the fight sequence I want. The combat edits were what I made before. Okay, I did have one other edit I want to check. Check this one. What did I do for this?
Slice paradise.
Fear is a sure bet.
See, I thought, yeah, I remember I cut that in that second version because I thought it just makes Boba Fett kind of dumb. Like, why are you shooting a wrist rocket at point blank range? And it's like, you don't understand how energy shields work. Just a dumb decision all around, so not what I wanted. But I guess that's the same. I just need to fade into this instead.
Who sent you? What were your orders? Well, if he's not gonna speak...
Good.
The mayor sent me! Let me out!
Shall we visit the mayor?
Okay. So I'm changing that guy's dialogue, the prisoner, to... I was sent by the Hutts. The Hutts sent me. So that is all part of the plan. Okay, so now we've got the fight sequence that we need. And then... I need... What was that one called? Just book 5. The Way of Mandalore. Please tell me that's already in there. Yeah, that's him. There you are. My child. Oh, but I'm gonna need to redo that from scratch too. Because I can't just use my previous edit for the whole thing. What episode is that in normally? What episode of Book of Boba Fett is that clip originally from? Okay, should be right there, huh? It's chapter 1. Oh, it's this stinking one that's still generating peak files. That's not it. Where did I put you? That's you. Look, it's slowly generating. Yeah, this stuff here was... This chase, like, through the rooftops is so bad. I do want to use. I wish I could use this. Not that. This part. I like this. That's a good Boba moment. I just didn't know where to put it. Because it didn't really, like, fit anywhere. This guy got blown to smithereens, though. Oh, that's bad VFX. That's terrible VFX. Look at they. You can't do that in one frame. They just deleted him. It's just a leg that looks really jarring. Obviously they see what they did there. So yeah, that's the rest of this chase is so bad. Just this like slow parkour nonsense. Oh, it's insufferable. So you see, if they make Fennec be the one who like captures him when Boba's like dying in a back-to tank, just because they want to use the plot device. Do they not? Oh my gosh, am I waiting all this time for nothing? They don't do. Oh, is it episode 2? The heck? It's probably the very beginning of episode 2. Let's check. Yep.
With respect.
Yeah, this is what I want.
What were your orders?
Who sent you?
Speak, prisoner. Well, if he's not gonna speak, he no longer needs his head. Life.
Idiota!
We spared your life after you tried to take mine. And you curse me.
Yeah,
Do we know of this prisoner?
this is good, Boba
He
Fett.
is of the Order of the Night Wind.
Assassin for hire.
Very expensive.
Overpriced. You're paying for the name.
Their reputation is legendary. There is no way this one will talk.
I know of their reputation.
They're just people in hoods.
There is no way he will talk. They fear no man.
Fine. Perhaps he fears the Rancor.
Some of that I'll trim down a little bit,
It's empty.
and then I get rid of this gag. Is just dumb.
Assassin of the Night Wind.
A rat, really?
Shall we visit
An
the
actual
mayor?
Earth rat? All right, there's some good stuff in there. There's some stuff I want in there. It's not all bad. So I don't need this anymore, do I? Fett. Ba dum dum. Soundtrack in this show slaps. Choreography? No. Not gonna do a long stream tonight. I have a wedding to go to tomorrow, so be up late again. Let me just get this Boba segment organized. So I need chapter 2. have chapter 2 in here either? Son of a gun of a... man. The heck are my files hiding? I need chapter 2. What? Where's my... I need the MOV file. Where my MOV? That's not it. I can't even read that because that's an MKV. I don't have the MOV. Might have to finish this one up later. For I cannot find what I need. Boba, 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 bo. I'm gonna get copyrighted for that. Okay, look, I'm doing really entertaining things. I'm just searching through these 9,000 files I have in here. Yeah, it's probably on a different drive. You're killing me. And by that I mean I'm killing me. Dang. All right, I'm gonna have to do some research to refine that. I need chapter 2, my MOV file of that, so that I can redo the prisoner scene. We're close though. This was helpful tonight, just to do this little chunk, get my brain working on this section. Which one is this? Yeah, why? See if there's anywhere I can put in that. Yeah, because why would those guys be like climbing up the wall? I wanted the Boba Fett wrist launcher, but there's no reason. Like, the assassins would just start sprinting away at this point. And he's already standing here. Is there any way I could crop to make it look like after that he does it? Like a real close-up? I was sent by the mayor sent me. Son of a gun. These freaking files. I gotta let this thing run like all night long to generate this audio track. My goodness. Okay, what? Go. Can I get a close-up of this? It would have to just be like this, but that doesn't even look like he's... Why would it be at that angle? He's clearly laying. And the ground's underneath him instead of the background. I would... Theoretically, you could mask him out of here. And then rotate it. You know, more like this. And if you masked him out and put a background in there, you actually could probably redo this. That's an interesting idea. And then it would go like back to normal here. He's so... That's an odd angle though. But if you like zoom in, that would probably work better. Just like that. But then you don't get as good of a... I love that action shot that I could do. But you don't get as good of a transition. Like this one's kind of perfect. Of like, this is the guy he's capturing now. And then we wake up with him, you know, coming to life inside the... here. So like when he looks up, you unfade from black, right here. So you get like the, like you knocked him out and then dragged him back, and that's the guy they captured. If I do this, and then quick cut to the wrist launcher scene, and then we awaked right here, it's gonna be like, wait, which guy was this? Was this the guy that just got blown to smithereens? So while it's cool, I just don't know where it would fit in the sequence of events. And again, I can't just like throw it in because why would a guy be crawling away in the middle of battle before the battle's turned? Man, stuff goes so slow when it's generating these peak files. Freaking annoying. Come on! Oh, awesome. Encountered a problem. Thank you, Adobe. Awesome. Well, that might wrap up the stream for tonight. I wasn't planning on doing a long one. Like I said, I got a wedding tomorrow. I'll try to stream again. May the 4th? Yeah, I'll be back May the 4th, my friends. That's going to be a goal. I'll try and hang out. That'll be a good time. Probably start around 8:30, 9, maybe a little later then. Got some evening church stuff, so that'll be the plan. Okay, let me open this up because I'm actually scared that it didn't save when I hit save there. Let me just make sure so I can go to bed peaceful. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, news stories. Jill Sobule has died in a fire? Dang. I don't know who that is, but that sucks. Oh, look, it restarted the generating peak file. I just gotta leave this open for like the next 2 hours and not let it touch anything. Because it cannot, you can't work on it well when that thing's generating. So, alright, looks like my work got saved. What is this? that shouldn't be in there. Unnecessary. Okay. Yoink. There we go. Alright, I got my first Boba segment lined up. So this is where I'm working. Let's just brainstorm how this transition would work.
Din Bo-Katan slana. Verkopa mitosar have yigar just. Kein pakrun fode.
Nice. Heck yeah. Good transition to Boba. This is a great soundtrack too. Because now it looks like some time's passed. It's been, 15, 20 minutes since the battle. So Boba's like assessing his new kingdom. Did that not have sound? Why didn't it take that?
If not us.
And then, so it goes like this. Isn't that cool? Look at all that combination. So I need the sound effects in here too. Let me put a marker. Because I need like the curtain getting brushed and then his helmet. But I need the episode 2 files to load to get this. There we go. Touch up this conversation a little bit. Get in here. Then we got the Rancor stuff. So how many? This will be 131. This will probably go to like here. So that gives us a 5-minute check-in with Boba. And then over to Plazir, and then I gotta figure out. Yeah, so I have one Boba place. I'm gonna put a different Boba scene here instead. But I need to break up Plazir like I. Oh, that already did. Okay, so then we would go to Plazir for like 10 minutes, back to Boba. Plazir for another 10 minutes-ish, 8, 9. Then this one should probably be back to Boba. So 1, 2. I need like 5 segments of Boba Fett. I'll just try and like on average space it out every 10 minutes. Yeah, probably another one could fit here. And then after, yeah, this is gonna work. It's gonna take a lot of work, but it's going to work. Pull this a little closer just so I know. Come on. There we go. Nice. Oh my gosh, it cannot function with this generating peak file down here. All right, I'm gonna let it generate for the next hour on its own, so it'll be ready by Sunday at least. Cool. Thanks for everybody in the chat. So sorry those first 10 minutes were blown. That's on me. Oh, now what? Now I'm getting video in your stream belonging to someone else. Oh my goodness. YouTube is just not having me tonight. They are not. Alright, I'm going to call it. Try and come back for May the 4th.